right? So we have the requirement to configure the VRRP, and to configure the VRRP, again, we just have to make this either of this gateway as a primary or as a secondary, means the primary and backup, right? Master or like backup. There is a
Master.
concept here. So how this is going to be configured? CLI, it's very easy. CLI, it's very easy. But for the GUI, you just have to again think about a template point of view. So we just have to configure. Now we configure the service VPN template. We configure the service VPN template for the all dual site location, right? Means I configure the service VPN 10 template for this site location also, this site location also, this site location also, and this site location also. But these sites are not running the VRRP, right? So if I'm going to use the same template, this also will ask you to just update the VRRP configuration, but I don't have this luxury to do that. So for this DC, the VPN 10 template should be different, not like the other site location, because here we need to run the VRRP. So I need to detach the VPN 10 template from here, and I need to configure the new VPN template here, where I need to add the VRRP as well. So how it is going to happen? Understand it. So you go here, you go in this device and just go here in the, sorry, just go here and go in the template. And once going the template, we have the feature template. And this is the VPN 0 template, right? And this VPN 0 template, service VPN and VPN interface configuration. Service VPN is fine. This is going to common for the every location, because these having the common parameters. You can see here, VPN service VPN is always going to be fine, because it's just going to create one VPN, right? Here you can see this VPN, and they are just going to add one of the static route. See, LAN IP address. So this is going to be always same for the all sites. It is not going to change. But the interface where we configure the VRRP, HSRP on the interface, right? Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that interface configure should be changed, not should be the same for the all site location. So here we having the VPN 10. That is the, let me show you VPN 10, and another this is the interface configuration, and this is for the service VPN configuration. So this interface must be changed for the DC. So let me just copy it, and this interface configuration I'll make for only for DC, for DC, right? So my data center interface have the special feature, that is a VRRP. Now this is not attached to any device, so I'll go here and I'll edit this template. And after editing this template, here you will find one of the VRRP section. So just click on the VRRP. Rest information is going to be same. Nothing is going to be changed. See, everything is going to be same. But when you come to the VRRP, you just have to configure the VRRP. So you just click on the VRRP, and you have to define the group ID. So I'll use the group ID as the 56 as a VLAN number. So I'll go here and use the, because one site, so I'll use the globally. I'll not make it the device specific, right? By default, priority is 100. So I want to make this should be a device specific, because I want to 120 for this interface and 100 for the this interface. So if I use the default one, it is again going to tiebreaker based on the interface ID. So I'll use the device specific here, right? You can see here, timer, leave it as it is. IP address, right? So if you want to track anything, prefix and all, you can do that. For time being not required. IP address. So I'll use the device specific. That's all. Only 3 configuration required. You required the group ID, priority, and the IP address of the interface. Nothing is required. So just add it. And after adding, just update the template. So your VRRP has been added on the template. Now go on the your template. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Sorry guys. So now we just created this template. You can see there's no device attached. It's a dummy template. So what I have to do, I have to go there and you can see this again dual transport device, but this having the 4 device. So if I go and edit this template and I'll put this template which I created for the service VPN, right? Interface configuration, I just change from here to this, let me see where it is. See, DC. So it is going to apply all 4 devices. So again, it is going to create a problem for me. So what I have to do, I have to first detach my data center devices from here. So I'll go here and detach my data center devices from this template. So 1 or 2 I'll detach from here and detached, right? So now I detach the devices. So they are CLI managed now. And I'll create another device template only for the DC and then I'll update those devices. Okay, so now it's done, right? So let me go in the template again. I'll now you see only 2 device, which is the your site 3 and site 4. 5 is under the single transport. So I'll create here another device template, or I can simply clone it from here. There is no clone option, right? Copy it here. This is a copy option, and I'd make is a for DC. So this is my DC. Copy it. So now it is copied. So once I copied, I'll go there and attach the devices. So what devices? 1 and 2, right? Attach devices. See, all value is already there, right? So no problem. What we can do, I can simply just next and I configure one time. So this will be configured without VRRP, but I'll attach the VRRP template later on. So let me show you how it is going to happen. So only these 2 devices are going to be like affected with the VRRP configuration. Right? It's success. So now it's success. So if you go in the device again, and now you see all devices are the we manage, but there is still not VRRP template attached. So just go in the template again, and after going on the template, just go in the DC template and edit it. And let me show you before editing. If I'm going under this VH1, right, and if I'm going on the VH2, if you're running the command show VRRP, right, VPN 10, no entry found, right? Sorry, VPN 10. So VRRP, no entry found. There is no VRRP basically configure. So VPN, there is no entry, right? There is nothing is showing for time being. So basically nothing is configured. So what I'll do, I'll go in this service VPN, and this is normal interface configuration. But now I'll add the interface configuration which have the VRRP. So see, this is a configuration for the DC. So I'll add this template and I'll update it. Once I'll update it, and you'll find some kind of the changes, and this is going to ask the values because we added the VRRP. So for VH1, what I want to use, what priority. So but naturally I want to use the higher priority 120. And what is the IP address I want to use? I want to use the IP address for the interface IP address, that is the 10.5.6.2, right?
Yes.
Sorry, VRRP IP address.
Virtual IP.
Virtual IP. Sorry. Not interface. Interface already it's available.
Configured.
Yeah, already configured. So I'll use this virtual IP address, not the interface. So this is going to be 1. So this is my 1, right? Here I'll go there.
Same thing.
Not same thing. Here I'll make the lower
Priority
priority.
100.
Yeah, priority 100.
IP
This is
address.
going to be same. Yes, IP is same. And I'll update it. If you go here now and you want to check the configuration running and the latest configuration, you can find some differences here. So side by side and see. So we are doing this configuration. Priority 120 on this interface. So this already this configuration available. We are just adding this configuration. Similarly, if you go here, you will find priority is only going to be changed. See, this is only 100 priority. Just configure it. Just select yes, I want to configure on both of devices. 2 devices. See here, it is highlighting. So just click OK. And to task progress. See, so it's done. Now if you go on the VH1, right? If you run the command soar RP VPN, you can see it's showing this VH is the master. Priority is the 120. Now this is showing
secondary.
show VRRP, right? You'll see this is the
Priority 100.
sorry.
Why? Actually, this is also master.
No, should be backup.
Yeah.
Should be backup. Should be backup.
Backup.
Show VRRP VPN 10. Now it's showing the VPN 10. Earlier it was not showing. This is the master, and priority is 120. VPN 10. It's not should be like that. VRRP state should be the backup, not master.
IP address should be configured, right?
Configure now. Already IP address we configured. Show run VPN 10. See, this is the IP address. Priority is 100, right? Is by default taken, right? So it is already configured. There's no, we can say nothing configured. It will definitely change. Might be I have to reset it. So it will definitely change. It's not like it should be backup definitely.
पंकज सर एक बार डीसी स्विच पर जो कनेक्टेड इंटरफेसेस हैं वो चेक करना, वो अप जो इंटरफेसेस हैं और बीलेन किस इंटरफेसेस पे पास है.
Just give me a minute. It will be backup. Let me just reset from the DC side. Or okay, so let me just do one thing.
सर जो डीसी पे डीसी स्विच 17 है 0 और गिग 101/0 है ना.
एक मिनट, एक सेकंड बस. Yes, G 0/0 and 0/1.
और सर एक बार कॉन्फ़िगरेशन एक बार रीचेक करना, इन्हीं इंटरफेसेस पे बीलेन पास है या दूसरे इंटरफेस
Yes. 1/0. Oh, I missed. I believe there is some issue.
हाँ
I
जी
make
सर,
it.
मुझे भी
Yes.
ऐसे लग रहा है.
Yeah, right. I make 0/0 and 0/1. This is
रेंज
the
वो ले
issue.
ली थी हमने
Yes.
0 से बनाना.
Yes. Right. You're right. Absolutely right. So run interface gig 0/0. Yeah, and this should be the 1/0, right? And there is no
Right, sir.
configuration.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you. So let me just configure. This is the region. It's become the master. Because both are claiming, yes, I am the master, right? So no shit. Thank you so much. Right, so should be changed now. So this is the master, right? Anyhow, but this should be the, it will change after some time.
You have not configured, right?
Configured not now, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Configuration not change.
You have configured still 0 by 0 only. 0 by 1 only, right? Sorry, 1 by. Yeah.
Now it's done, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
One by 0 or 0
Yeah,
by
now
1?
it's done, it's
Backup.
done. Yeah, it's
Yes.
backup. It's backup. So that was a mistake. Okay, so now it's become the backup now. So it is a backup because having the lower priority, and this is the master. Okay, so it's negotiated after some time, and now it's done. So
Unless,
now,
yeah,
yes,
you configured through GUI the
hmm?
VRRP. So can you show me that edge router, no, the CLI? So to
You want to learn how to configure a CLI?
yes, CLI. Just we need to the same legacy network, same like that, or how that we can get.
Let me show you up the CLI. Okay,
See.
I'll show you how to configure CLI as well. It's very easy.
Okay.
In fact, you can just think about it while doing the CLI configuration. Let me just show you. You just have to go on the VPN 0,
Okay.
VPN 10, and
Okay.
you just have to go on the interface, right?
Okay.
And run this command.
Okay.
That's all.
Sure.
That's all. And commit. Commit is not going to happen because
We manage, no?
yes,
Okay.
the vManage. So this is how you can do the configuration,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
very easy. So similar thing on this VH2, you have to similarly, you just have to go here, configuration, VPN 10, interface, right? Interface this one, and just you have to run the VRRP, right? VRRP 56, and there is no priority because by default priority is 100. So
Under
if you
exactly. Yeah.
even you give, it is not going to take, and then commit, right? That's all. This is how you can configure the CLI. Now still this router is not pinging. So we need to define some sort of the reverse route on this DC switch. And what would be the next hop IP address?
Sorry. Which one?
This reachability is still not there. We configure the VRRP, but VS3 is still not able to ping the 17 IP address, right? So I need to put the default route or some kind of the reverse route on this DC switch. So what would be the next hop IP address?
Next up, we have one where
VRRP. Very nice. So I need to go on this switch, right? And I'll configure the just default I'll put it because everything it is going to be, and that is going to 10.5.6.1,
yeah.
and that do right. The moment I'll do, it should be start pinging. See, it was not pinging, but it start pinging. So we have the LAN to LAN communication, but from which transport this packet is coming to this location? From which transport it is coming? How we can verify? It is going to come via the 2 transport or 4 transport. Hmm? How this is communication is happening via 2 transport or 1 transport?
1 1.
So can repeat first in
So this VH is talking to this switch, right?
okay.
But they having a 2 transport here. So it is happening via the 2 transport or 1 transport.
1 1 1.
This
Two
VH,
that
so you can validate by going here. Just click on here, VH. Just go
Real
in this
time.
real time, right? Just go the simulate the packet in troubleshooting, right? Simulate the flow. From which VPN you are trying? VPN 10. What is the interface? This. What is destination IP? 17, 17, 17, 17, right? You just simulate it. See
Yeah.
why it's 4 transport, not 1, not 2. It's going via the 4 transport. Why? Because this route is coming for different. See, this edge is sending the same route via 2 transport, internet and MPLS. So this is a 2 transport. And this is also saying the same route via the 2 transports. That's why in the routing table, if you see in this VH4, if you run the show IP route VPN 10, this is coming as a 4 T-lock. So these are the different T-locks. You can see this is the 1 T-lock, this is the second T-lock, this is the third T-lock, this is the fourth T-lock. So it is doing the ECMP. So the transport is only 2 from this side of view, but the T-lock is 4. So they are exchanging the T-locks by using the ECMP between these two links. So it is sending the packet from this source to this destination by using the all 4 T-locks. So few packet is landing on this MPLS, few are landing this internet, few are again landing this internet, then again MPLS. This is how it is reaching to a destination. Make sense? So you can validate. If you face such kind of the issue, how I can validate how the communication is happening, you can always validate. Now, let's do the reverse thing. If I am trying to ping from the VH, definitely this, if I initiate the traffic from the this DC switch, it's a non-SD1 device, so I cannot trace. So I either initiate a traffic from the VH1 or VH2. But if I initiate from the VH1 or VH2, it is only going to use the 2 transport, not 4 transport, 4 T-lock. They are not going to use, because this route is receiving only via these 2 T-locks, not the 4 T-locks. So we'll get the only 2 T-lock information. Let me show you how it is going to happen. So if I'm going on the network, right, and I'll just select the VH1, right, and I'm going in the troubleshooting, simulate flow, and if I'm just selecting the VPN 10, right, this is source interface, and just select the 13 IP address, that is a branch 3 IP address. So if I'm going to simulate, you'll find only 2 transport. Why 2 transport? Because this T-lock is coming only 2 from this this router. This is why it is going to tell this all. Now, one more question to you, right? This route, this 17 route is available from the LAN in VPN 10, right? This route is receiving on this VPN 10, in this VPN 10, in this VPN 10, everywhere it is receiving. So shall we receive again the same route on this VPN 10 or not?
Yes.
Via OMP.
Yes, receiving.
Via OMP will not receive on this VH1. If you go here, let me show you. Show IP route VPN 10. See, it's already static entry. So it is never going to receive via the OMP because it's a connected route. Even I remove this route from this, but still it is not going to receive. Why? Because the both site ID is the same.
But
So
they,
same site ID route cannot receive to the same site ID routers.
This is kind of passive interface or
Not passive interface. This is like logic in the SD-WAN. Site ID, if you have the common, that is going to reject the route in the OMP. Okay.
no, if you are enabled in legacy network, if you are enabled passive interface, whatever the network we are advertising, those network again won't receive, right? The same scenario.
Not understand 100% Rungam.
No. In legacy network, if I'm enable the passive interface, whatever the network I'm going to advertise to neighbor,
It is not
again,
going to not going to advertise.
yeah, again I won't receive those interface from that interface whichever I enable that passive, no.
Hmm.
The same like that here or
No, passive interface something different. This is something the SD-WAN fabric operations. So if we're having the same site ID and you want to exchange the OMP route with the same site ID, it is not going to happen. Passive interface is something different. If I'm understanding correctly, passive interface means if you want to run the OSPF here and you make it the passive interface, OSPF is never going to run for you. You asking something different, or I'm understanding something different?
No, that's correct.
Okay. So I believe we are good with the VRRP. Okay. So let's move in the next section, the most important section. Okay.